In this video, I would like to talk about the different types of face masks available and how to properly use them. As the CDC recommends, the most effective way to prevent getting affected by COVID-19 is by physical distancing and by keeping your hands constantly clean. You can do this by either washing them with soap and water for at least 20 seconds or by using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Additionally, the use of face masks or face coverings help protect healthcare workers who are exposed to infected patients and help protect people when in public places where proper physical distancing may not take place. As we know, the virus can spread from an infected person with or without symptoms to those who they interact with in close proximity. This can occur when the infected person coughs, talks, or sneezes. Okay, so now let's talk about the different kinds of face masks available today.
The N95 mask is the most recognizable and effective mask. Its name means it can block at least 95% of tiny particles that are the hardest to capture. N95 and medical masks, which are designed for single use, offer the most protection and are heavily in demand and should be reserved for healthcare workers who are exposed to infected patients by regularly testing and treating patients for COVID-19. Procedural and surgical face masks. These face masks are less effective than the N95 masks and are meant to be used once only. They are usually used by healthcare workers who are not in contact with infected patients. However, they have been used to decrease the risk of transmission of the coronavirus in those infected patients by blocking virus-containing droplets expelled by the mouth and nose when talking, coughing, or sneezing. Cloth and homemade face coverings. These may protect the same way a simple medical version does. It is important to mention that although it has less efficacy than an N95 mask, any face covering is better than nothing. In this case, these masks can be washed and reused as opposed to the medical and N95 masks. A good homemade mask is made of material that is dense enough to capture viral particles but breathable enough that you can tolerate it. Some materials that can be used are heavy cotton t-shirt, flannel, or a tightly woven dish towel. Some tips on how to know you have a good homemade face mask are making sure the fabric is not stretchy since they allow more air in and out. Hold the fabric up to the light. Ideally, you should not be able to see the light, which would mean that it will work to filter droplets better. Making a good face mask involves finding a balance. Your face mask should be made out of dense cloths and at least 2 layers of fabric in order to block particles, but should also allow you to breathe. Homemade face masks with filters. These masks will additionally have a pocket to place a filter, which can be a paper towel or a coffee filter. Studies have shown that they can be effective but may present some risks since the filters used can contain harmful chemicals or these may not allow the masks to be breathable enough. When buying a face mask, you should look for masks with at least 2 layers of fabric. Masks should cover your nose and mouth without large gaps at all times. Masks should have ear loops or ties so you could adjust it. For people who wear glasses, look for a mask with a bendable border at the top so you can mold the mask to fit the bridge of your nose and prevent glasses from fogging. You can also wash your glasses with soap water to prevent them from fogging. Finally, I would like to point out some very important measures. Face masks are effective only if worn properly. Therefore, they should cover your nose and mouth at all times. These should fit snugly from the top of the nose to below the chin with no gaps. Face masks should not be shared. Face masks should be worn the entire time you're outside and should not be moved up and down. For reusable homemade masks, these should be washed often, best if done daily.
Thank you for watching this video on the different kinds of face masks available and how to properly use them. Remember, in order to protect others, you have to protect yourself.